As of 2018, Detroit had the third highest murder rate among major cities in the United States after St. Louis and Baltimore, and the 42nd highest murder rate in the world. The rate of robberies in Detroit declined by 67% between 1985 and 2014, while the rate of aggravated assaults increased. As a whole, however, the city's crime rate has decreased considerably from its 1980s peak in the 21st century. In 2017, there were 267 murders in Detroit, down from 303 in 2016. The violent crime rate of 2,057 per 100,000 was the second highest in the nation after St. Louis, and roughly 10 times the average rate of the suburban counties of Metro Detroit, which had violent crime rates below the national average of 394 per 100,000. In recent years, some neighborhoods in the downtown area of Detroit have seen a significant decline in crime, while the crime rate remains very high in most of the city and has a significant impact on daily life. Current status. The Detroit Police Department's Crime Analysis Unit has reported that crimes have dropped by 24% since the introduction of casino gaming to Detroit, Michigan. The number of homicides peaked in 1974 at 714 and again in 1991 with 615. By the end of 2010, the homicide count fell to 308 for the year, with an estimated population of just over 700,000, the lowest count and rate since 1967. By 2012, however, the murder count had rebounded to 411, with 386 considered criminal homicides. According to a 2007 analysis, Detroit officials noted that about 65 to 70% of homicides in the city were confined to a narcotics catalyst. In 2013, Detroit's number of criminal homicides was 333, a reduction of 14% compared to 2012. However, taken in context by population, Detroit remains as a city with one of the highest homicide rates per capita in the United States. In April 2008, the city unveiled a $300 million stimulus plan to create jobs and revitalize neighborhoods, financed by city bonds and paid for by earmarking about 15% of the wagering tax. The city's plans for revitalization include 7-Mile/Livernois, Brightmoor, East English Village, Grand River Greenfield, North End, and Osborne. Private organizations have pledged substantial funding to neighborhood revitalization efforts. One of the issues that is not as extreme as murders and crime, but shows system-wide decline of basic city services, is a large number of stray dogs roaming the streets. 59 Detroit postal workers were attacked by stray dogs in 2010. According to a Detroit postmaster. The city had faced many cases of arson each year on Devil's Night, the evening before Halloween. In the 1980s, a number of residents noted that they had turned to arson of abandoned homes to keep drug dealers from using the empty buildings. The majority of citizen arsonists were never prosecuted or charged. The Angels Night campaign, launched in the late 1990s, draws many volunteers to patrol the streets during Halloween week. The effort reduced arson. While there were 810 fires set in 1984, this was reduced to 142 in 1996. In recent years, fires on this three-night period have dropped even further. In 2009, the Detroit Fire Department reported 119 fires over this period, of which 91 were classified as suspected arsons. Renaissance has been the city's phrase for development since the 1970s. During the administration of Dennis Archer, who succeeded Coleman Young in 1994, Detroit saw middle-class residents moving into the city, and growth in residential and commercial development, despite overall population decline. The city has improved in the early 21st century, making use of increased funding from the state to demolish condemned buildings. According to arrest records, as of 2015, many of the customers of illegal drugs and sex in Detroit originate from the suburbs. George Hunter of the Detroit News wrote that Detroit's underground economy mirrors the legitimate one. Both rely heavily on suburban investment. The largest number of suburbanites committing illegal acts go to areas of Detroit bordering suburbs. As of 2015, there is an element in Detroit culture against snitching or reporting criminal activity. Law and government. In 2000, the city requested an investigation by the United States Justice Department into the Detroit Police Department, which was concluded in 2003, following allegations regarding its use of force and civil rights violations. From 2005 to 2006, the city proceeded with a large-scale reorganization of the Detroit Police Department, reducing the number of precincts from 12 to 6 districts. The stated purpose of this reorganization was to improve services. The reorganization in the city's search for a new police headquarters raised concerns within the Detroit Police Department, which included overcrowding issues and increased response times. Michigan and Detroit economic squeezes sustained reorganizational impetus. Then Police Chief Ella Bully Cummings, now retired, reassigned sworn officers from desks to squad cars, consolidating and reducing the number of precincts. In 2007, Detroit had been named the most dangerous city in the country by the Morgan Quitno report published by CQ Press, a private group whose report is denounced by the American Society of Criminology as an irresponsible misuse of crime data. The U.S. Conference of Mayors and the FBI have cautioned against using the Morgan Quitno CQ Press report ranking cities as safest or most dangerous. Homicides per year. See also: Crime in Michigan, Law of Michigan, Decline of Detroit, History of Detroit riots including the 1967 Detroit riot, list of United States cities by crime rate. References. Further reading: Greenberg, Michael R. 1999. Restoring America's Neighborhoods. How Local People Make a Difference. Rutgers University Press. ISBN 0813527120. Wilkes, Jeff. Donna Pendergast and Peter Leggett, 2006. Tourism in Turbulent Times. Toward Safe Experiences for Visitors. Elsevier. ISBN 0080446663. External links: Detroit Police Department official site.